Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review. I'm here to show you Raquel Welch Going Places in the color Shaded or SS Cappuccino, which is RL12/22SS. This is one cute girl. Super fun, super sassy, a little different. If you are looking for something a little shorter or you're just curious about this style, then stick around and I'll cover it all for you. Going Places is, in a word, adorable. Seriously, this is such a fun style. It is a little different, a little trendy, so it isn't going to be for everyone. But I'm really excited to be able to cover a variety of styles here. So if you like something a little fun, a little trendy, and maybe you wear your hair short, maybe you have short wigs, but sometimes you want something just a little bit special, maybe for some special occasions, this could be a great style to check out. Let me show you what she looks like from all sides. This is pretty much out of the box. I shook her out a little bit. I sprayed her with a little bit of water and hung her upside down and scrunched her. That's all I've done. If you are not familiar with my out of the box segments, I usually show all of this to you in those segments at the end of my videos. I don't have an out of the box for this one because I got this one from a wig sister. It wasn't purchased brand new. I don't usually do out of the box with those because I'm not 100% positive what they may have done to the wig and I don't want to misrepresent it. But I will tell you, I also have a couple of out of the box videos, just standalone videos, where I show you how I deal with box hair. So if you are struggling with wigs out of the box that have bad box hair, especially wigs like this that have curls that can sometimes get smashed in the box, then please watch those videos. Subscribe to my channel. Stick around for my Tip Tuesdays. I cover a lot of that in videos that are called Tip Tuesday videos so that I can really help you with the wig journey. All right, let's talk about this cute one. First of all, this is a heat-friendly wig, so you can take heat to this one if you want to straighten it or add more curl to it. It isn't as easy to add curl to a heat-friendly wig as it is to human hair. So if you're unfamiliar with that, you'll want to educate yourself before you purchase a heat-friendly wig that you intend to curl. You do have to go about it just a little bit differently. I'm not going to cover that here, and I actually have not yet covered that in a video because I'm not very good at it, but I know there are a lot of other people who have. This has a good amount of hair. I would say this is a moderate density piece. For the length, it's definitely got a good amount of hair, which gives it some nice volume. I don't find it to be an overwhelming amount of volume. There is a little bit of permatease, just enough to like lift these curls off the cap, but not to be overwhelming, not super poofy and pillowy. But if you're brand new to wig wearing and you've been losing your hair for quite some time, you might feel overwhelmed by something with this much going on right up in the front. So I'm just going to caution you. I do not find this to be an overwhelming amount of hair in general. I'm just thinking about where I was new in my wig journey and this might have felt like a little bit much. It is, like I said, heat friendly. Raquel Welch heat-friendly fibers are very silky, very soft. This one is definitely like that. And these curls are super fun. And they kind of have a mind of their own. They're sort of going all different directions. Like this one wants to sort of turn in right here. These ones sort of want to turn out. So it really is just a sassy, sassy piece with lots of fun waves and curls. It does have a mono part as well as a lace front. Now, this hair is dense enough that you really can't see that parting space. So I tried really hard to get rid of the zigzag part so you could see it, and you just can't. So if you're someone who likes to be able to see that part line, you think that looks a lot more natural, then you can pluck that a little bit to open it up. I show that in a Tip Tuesday video, and this is not an uncommon thing with wigs. So it is something that if part lines are important to you, and they are to me, I pluck a lot of my wigs, then you'll want to learn how to do that. And this one you would need to do that too. Let's look at that lace front. This is Signature Raquel Welch. Look at these light colors. That is what Raquel Welch does with those wigs. Her wigs, Raquel Welch doesn't make these, but you know what I mean. They take all of the highlight, whatever highlight they've got in a wig, and they concentrate it at the front, which gives it a really natural part look because you don't see the dark knots. Sometimes, though, it can look a little odd if you're going to pull it up because there is so much light color at the front. So it really just depends on how comfortable you are with highlights, and that can also give a wig that's not super blonde a much lighter appearance if they go very heavy in those light highlights in the front. And I have seen that before where one person got a wig that had so many of the light highlights in the front it was just overwhelmingly light for them, and then someone else got the exact same color and they didn't use quite as heavy a hand on those highlights and it looked different. So that is a struggle with the wig journey, those variations. There you've got your left mono part, so left going to the right, your typical mono part. So if you're a right parter, here's another one that doesn't part where you prefer it to part, and then a lace front. And the lace front is kind of like temple to temple, so a pretty standard lace front. You've got your soft velvety ear tabs with lots of hair sewn in so that it gives you that really good coverage in the front. You don't have an extended nape, and we've got Velcro adjusters. And then this has got that memory cap, it's either memory cap 2 or 3, I can't, I don't know, memory cap, it doesn't say, it doesn't matter. Both of them have like this silicone strip on them, and what that is for is it helps to grip your head if you are completely bald. If you have any hair though, it doesn't pull that. So don't sweat it if you don't have hair. It really doesn't help you at all, but it also doesn't hurt you. But if you have total hair loss, this could keep the cap on a lot more securely without having to use a wig grip or anything else like that. So it's a unique thing. Raquel Welch is the only manufacturer that does it to my knowledge, and it's definitely can be helpful. This wig, like I said, it has a little bit of permatease and a little bit of volume, and one of my tests is if I do this, does it feel like it wants to spring out on me? This one does a little bit. That tells me it's got good volume and it's got some permatease. Now that permatease is going to be helpful with a curly style like this because it picks those curls up. It also helps so that you don't have to worry about seeing the wefting, so that if you are in a windy day outside, you don't have to worry about it blowing and showing the wefting. So that is going to be a good thing with this one. Let's put her back on and let me show you the coverage on me and talk about the fit. So this wig fits me actually pretty good. I would say that Raquel Welch wigs run true to average, maybe even slightly larger than average on occasion. So I have this one cinched in a little bit. I have a 22-inch circumference and I did cinch it in some. So I would say 23 inches. I really think that you can fit into this one, and there is some good stretch. So that is also going to be helpful. I find that the coverage is really good because they sewed so much hair into these ear tabs. The ear tabs fall just in front of my and below the top of my earlobe. That also helps to give me really good coverage, but it isn't so low that I think I would struggle with glasses. I do think this one you'll be able to wear glasses just fine. You know what I need to do is get some glasses down here as a prop so that I can show that. Although I do want to caution you, when you see us reviewers talk about these things, we show, you know, how we can wear glasses and all of those things. That is us, and everybody's got a little bit of a different measurement, and what impacts that is all of your measurements, not just your circumference. So you need to know this measurement, you need to know this measurement, and you need to know your circumference at a minimum to know how a cap might fit you. And then as you start to get to know us reviewers, which is why it's good to watch a bunch of reviewers, and we share our measurements, I always have my measurements in the description, then you can start to gauge, how does it fit Denise? Well, I know that typically Denise's head is smaller or bigger or whatever than mine, and then you can start to get a sense of how it's going to fit you. This one is definitely tuckable because of where those ear tabs fall. The challenge you're going to have tucking this one is the amount of curls. Like, these curls don't really want to be tucked, and the volume. There's quite a bit of volume up here. So it's kind of a lot of hair to tuck. I can imagine somebody wanting to thin this one out a little bit, and that would be so easy to do. And I have a video for you, a Tip Tuesday, where I show you how I thin a curly wig. That technique that I use in that video would work perfect with this one. You could just thin it out just a little bit here, then it won't be as overwhelming, and then it will tuck a little bit better. It will still tuck, you're just gonna have some trouble keeping it tucked. So that's my 2 cents on the tucking. It is such a cute wig though, you guys. When I first put it on, I thought, yeah, that's not for me. It's just kind of not my style. It's a little bit too short for me. I just don't wear like sassy cuts like this. But the more I've had it on, and I have a mirror over here, I keep looking in that mirror, I keep going, I don't know, I kind of like this one. I do think this one will be great for styling. I think that you can take claw clips, which are my favorite styling accessory, and you can clip up some of these bangs. It will give it such a different look. It will give it a little bit less of a full look in the front, a little bit less of a trendy look. You can use bobby pins as well, but I would really recommend, if you're really wanting to try this one but you're afraid you're going to be overwhelmed by it, I strongly encourage you to make styling accessories one of your go-to tools when a wig doesn't work for you. You can do multiple clips. I like to take little pieces and twist them, and then I take a clip and I'll clip one right there, and I'll do another twist, and maybe I'll do another clip right there, and I'll just kind of work my way down until I like the way that looks. It gets the hair off my face, and these curls will then kind of spill down in a different way. So definitely don't shy away from a style like this because you're afraid that you won't like it out of the box, because I do think there's a lot you can do with it. This one would also be super cute with headbands and a bandana. You know, I'm just gonna take you into my bathroom with me. Let's do a couple of quick styles, because I do want you to feel confident in purchasing a wig that may not be perfect for you. You're not sure. Let's say I'm not sure, so I'm afraid to pull the trigger on it. Let me show you some styles you could do, and maybe that will give you some confidence. But before we do that, let's talk about this color, and let me get outside. I'll tack the styling segment on the end. So this color, Shaded Cappuccino. The color code again is 1222. Look at this color. It is gorgeous. I love the rooting on this and the way that it contrasts with the color. For a natural brunette like me, this is phenomenal. It is just perfect. Let me tell you what the codes mean. I'm forgetting what 22 is. I'm grabbing my phone. I'm going to my website. My website is heywigsister.com. On my website, I have I have a bunch of blog posts. Sometimes I post wigs that I'm selling, but I have a blog post that talks about color, and I have a color index. I have 2 documents attached to that, an Excel document and a Word document. The Word document is the color index, and I break down all of the color codes for you. So a 12 is a light brown. Let me scroll down to the color codes. Here we go. 12 is a light golden brown. And 12 is so basically brunettes go from a 2 to a 12. Once you hit 14, you're getting into the dark blondes. So a 12 is really the lightest brown that you can have. And then a 22 is a champagne, or it's either called a champagne blonde or it's called a light ash blonde. Now, this one has some ash in it. So you've got a really good combination of warm and ashy. This color is neutral to my eye. It is not overall warm. It is not overall ashy. I think it's a neutral color. I think it pulls either warmer or ashier depending on the lighting. If you're in a house, someone's living room where they've got the soft white lighting, kind of the warm lighting, this is going to look a lot warmer. If you are someplace with bright light, or maybe people are using daylight light bulbs, or you're outside, this is going to look lighter and ashier. That is how it works with synthetic wigs. You know, they reflect the light a lot differently than human hair, and it really does change the color depending on the lighting. And because this is heat friendly, this is going to be a little bit of more of a muted color. It's not going to be as warm as a regular synthetic, and it's not going to be as shiny as a regular synthetic. That is a plus to buying heat-friendly wigs, the shine. They really are a lot less shiny. So if you're super sensitive to shine on a wig, Heat friendly may be one to consider. You can always use dry shampoo. You can use just styling products that will like coat the fibers a little bit, dirty them up just a little bit. That tamps down the shine, and the shine dissipates over time as well with wearing and washing and all of that. Really gorgeous, gorgeous color. I really think this is a color that almost anybody's going to be able to wear no matter what your coloring is, and it would be easy to just tweak your makeup just a little bit. I want to make sure you're getting a good look at this color before I go outside. And then again, that rooting, I don't know what the root is. Let me look at it here. It's a fairly dark root, but it's not a long root. So while it's fairly dark, I'm going to guess it's probably a 4, could be a 6. It's the darkest is right there at the crown, and then it gets lighter. Not only that, but can you see how they've diffused some of those lighter colors all the way up to the root? They did such a good job with that. So you've got a dark root, but you've got some of the lighter strands diffused all the way up there. That really draws the attention away from the starkness of the root and makes it look super, super natural. So don't be afraid of this rooted one because they did a fantastic job with it. Hopefully every presentation of this color looks like that. Of course, I can't know that, but at least on this piece, they did a fantastic job. All right, you guys, let's get outside, see this color outside, and then I'll do a little bit of styling for you at the end. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you'll subscribe. You'll share these videos. If you're in Facebook groups and people have trouble with certain things and you know I have a video on that, please share the video with them. I really want as many wig sisters as possible to know about this resource because it is a hard journey sometimes, and we do feel an awful lot alone when we're struggling. And so the more we can help our wig sisters with great tips, I think it just brings our community that much closer together. All right, let's get outside. All right, everyone, here we are with shaded cappuccino outside. Bright filtered sunlight behind clouds. This is such a popular color, and I can see why. It is such a good blend of ash with just a tad bit of warmth. It's a light kind of light brown dark blonde combination. I think it works for brunettes and for blondes. The rooting is so subtle and perfectly done. So for my wig sisters who get a little overwhelmed by rooting or they don't like a lot of dark rooting, this one has just the perfect blend of like what would be natural for someone who gets their hair colored. It is so fantastic. I miss my old house that had the dark gray siding so that I could go in front of the garage door that was white, and then I could go in front of the dark gray, and then you got a good blend of a couple of different backdrops. But I don't think my husband's gonna agree to reside the house just so that I can get that back for my videos. All right, everyone. I know how important these color looks are, so I like to linger. Hopefully that helped you guys. Okay, so quick styling segment. So just to give you some ideas what you can do with a style like this, especially if you are feeling overwhelmed by the hair in the front and maybe you're new to wigs. So first of all, I love claw clips. I talk about claw clips all the time. I have tons and tons of just little tiny claw clips of all sizes. And one of my favorite things to do is to take and just twist. You can do big twists, little twists. You can hide the clips. You can show the clips. There's just so much that you can do with claw clips. But a little twist and then just a clip. And so you could do just one, and that's cute. Or you can keep on twisting to the limit of what your lace front will let you do. And so do one twist, and then here's a second twist, and maybe I'll put it over the rest of the hair. Let me grab. You can use super tiny claw clips so that you can't see them, or you can use bigger claw clips so that you can see them. But look, all I did was 2 twists, and look at how different that looks. How much less overwhelming that hair is in the front. And then you can do the exact same thing on the other side, or you can leave the other side down. I think it works both ways. Looks good either way. Let me actually turn it away. I'm not taking time to match these, I'm just grabbing. And then maybe one more. This side I want to be careful because I don't want to, I'm gonna look in the mirror behind. I don't want to show that transition line where the lace front meets the cap. But now you've got so much less hair in the front, and look at how it plays up those highlights. How pretty is that? So that's one look that you can try. You can tuck and leave some hair forward, and then you've got even more. Now you went from tons of hair up here, totally overwhelming you, to a little bit more of a manageable volume in the front. Cute little style, and this is something that you could use while you work your way up to being more comfortable with thicker volume hair. So I always recommend considering doing styling. And then look at how cute that is. This one, because it's heat friendly, it does, when you do little twists, it kind of likes to keep some of those little twists if you don't mess with them too much. It's just super cute. Another option is a headband. So these headbands are phenomenal because they're so easy to put on. They don't require a lot of hand dexterity, which some days I don't have due to arthritis issues. And then all you do once you get your hair up is you start to arrange it. You start to play with it. So how do I want it? Do I want some of these curls spilling over the top like that? And then some coming forward so that you can, again, see the transition line where that lace front meets the cap. And now suddenly you've got a whole different look. Again, you've tamed some of the curls in the front down because you've tucked them underneath this headband. You don't have to have this top come over, or you can. So many different options. You don't have to pull the hair in the front back at all. You can keep that sort of down curl, you know, play with these curls, and then just add the headband behind. Maybe I do this. And another thing is you can tuck the hair, or you can put a bobby pin in there to keep that hair back. So if you don't really want to pull it back underneath the headband, but you want it back, there you go. Now I've got a little bit of hair in the front. Again, I've changed the profile. I've gotten rid of some of the volume. This is such a cute headband, and it could go with a certain outfit if you've got a special outfit. And now I've got a whole other look. So I just really recommend play with your wigs. Get some go-to accessories that you can use across the board on your wigs. Mine are claw clips in all sizes and headbands. I have all of these linked in my Amazon store. If you go to the description below, you will find my link to the Amazon store that I have. And basically it's just products I've purchased. I've curated them all into sort of a storefront, and you can just click on them and review them. I don't put anything on there that I have not personally purchased and that I use everything. I love everything. I would never recommend something unless I've tested it out, because I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on things that aren't good. And so I've done a little bit of the guinea pig, playing the guinea pig, so that you can maybe find some good products. These headbands are invaluable. Unless you are against headbands completely, if you ever think that you will wear headbands, I highly recommend you go purchase these. They're not expensive. They come with multiple, look at this. These ones are like bandanas on a headband. They come multiple colors. These ones are ones that I just recently got, and they came with some of the leopard and then some of these velvet with the little, in case I need to dress up or something. But I mean, all told, I spent less than 30 bucks on what's inside this thing, and I have tons and tons of styling. They're gonna last me forever. They're not tight on wigs, so they fit every single wig I've ever put them on. So I highly recommend you get yourself some accessories. It really will open up your wig wearing a lot. Thanks for watching, you guys. I truly hope this helped you. Let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, just have a great day, and thanks for being here.